Hello and welcome to another session of Karen's Colours. I'm Dr. Karen and these are my colour conversations. In this session, we'll be examining another one of those monthly readings for your birthday month. So let me firstly welcome those of you who've been following this series. And if you're new here, you're also welcome. And if you like what you hear, you might like to subscribe. It's free. This month, because I can, I've decided to add some oracle cards, and the ones I've chosen for this month are Doreen Virtue's Life Purpose. Might not apply to everybody, but these are general readings, and so if you take what resonates with you, maybe come back another time and listen if it doesn't quite click straight away. Anyway, enjoy. So this is a general reading for people born in January about how they're going to face June 2025. Let's take ourselves an oracle card. As with all of my cards, I pre-shuffle, so I don't have to do a lot of this online because I'm not very good at it. Anyway, here we go. And take the top one and place it over here to be looked at the end of the reading. So what do we have for people born in the month of January as a general reading for June 2025? All right, what you bring into the month of June is green on purple. What you have at the height of June is yellow on white. And by the end of June, you have cyan on white. And the underlying energy is blue on purple. So what do we have here? If we examine these overall, we can see that two colours have been repeated. We have purple in the needs and drives and motivations that you bring into the month. We also have it in the same position as need, drive or motivation for your underlying energy. As well as this, we have white as the underlying energy for the majority of the month, and again with the underlying energy that with which you leave the month. So again, we have white in the same position. Let's have a look at what this means. For a start, the underlying energy permeates everything throughout the entire month. And here, the underlying energy consists of a need or drive or motivation that is asking you to make something better. There is something within your life that needs healing, or there is something in your environment that needs to be fixed. And certainly that fixing is very important to you. But the trouble is that in the real world, you have come to a state of almost stagnation. There is a need to get in and actually do some hard work, to get out there, to organize yourself, to make sure that whatever it is that you need to do underneath in the real world actually comes to fruition because you have done the work that is necessary. You understand what is required and you are prepared to knuckle down and do it. Now, blue on purple is also the color combination that we give to the tarot card known as the Page of Pentacles. And as such, for those of you who are familiar with the tarot, you would know that the Page of Pentacles is that nascent energy that is going to allow you to create something real in the world, whether that be your health, your wealth, your well-being, or just simply something that will establish you in society as being someone of note. But it's only very minor energy. It is energy of a child. It is energy that is not yet formed into anything very concrete. It's just a messenger of what the potentials are for you. And that energy permeates the entire month. So what do you bring into the month with you? Green on purple is also a tarot card. It is the card of the star. That is hope. That is the ability to trust that something will come out of whatever it is that you are experiencing that requires that same change that you have down here in the underlying energy. But it also enables you to look for the bright side, look for green pastures, look for something else in your environment that enables you to move forward. So hope and also the ability to create for yourself some sort of plan, I guess, is the thing that we're looking at here. A plan for the future is how you enter the month. What happens by the majority of the month is that you have yellow on white. Now, this is a huge wake-up call. It too resembles one of the tarot cards, and this time it's the Two of Pentacles. There is a enlightenment that occurs inside, a need for new knowledge, a need for new adventure, a need for something new in your life that is going to make it materially better. And in the real world, you have the ability to recognize what those things are, because yellow is all about knowing and learning and being able to put that knowledge into some sort of material form. So here we have, as the Two of Pentacles would suggest to you, a choice to be made. Which direction are you going to go? Back here you had hope. You had hope about the ability to create something new in your life, and now you're in a situation where by the middle of the month you should be able to have some idea of what your options are. And where does that lead you? Well, it takes you into a future by the end of June where you have cyan on white. Cyan on white also represents a tarot reading. Now, this is rather unusual that you've had 4 tarot cards in the same reading, because that doesn't happen very often. But this time it's the Five of Swords. It's a struggle. It's a need to get your act together. Whatever choices you have made back here by the middle of the month, by the end of the month, there is competition. You are still in search of that environment, that enlightenment, that need to have that aha moment that allows you to choose what you want to do and where you want to go. But in the real world, there is no movement happening whatsoever. Everything looks calm. It looks as though it could be successful, but is it really? Because if you haven't put the work in down here, that work that is signaled by the blue, that is, your plans haven't actually had any concrete way of putting them together, then what you will end up with up here is simply a struggle that's heading you pretty well nowhere fast, because swords are also all about intellect. They're all about thinking. So you're spending too much time thinking and planning without actually taking chance with this wishing that you had back here, the ability to make a plan, decide what you're going to do with it, and then put it into practice. If you don't put the work in, you won't get where you want to go. So what then are the colours that are missing from this analysis? Well, let's have a look. There's no black, but you do have white. There is no red, but you do have yellow and green and blue. There's no brown. You don't have any orange or grey, but you do have purple. There's no pink, and you do have cyan. These here are the colours of the skills that you will be using throughout the month of June. They'll be available to you quite readily. What is missing from the month of June for your reading is black, red, brown, orange, grey, and pink. What do these colours represent? Well, black is time out. It's time to connect with yourself, your inner voice. Are you actually listening to what you really need, or is this all about just wishing and hoping for some rather ephemeral desire? The red is the action. Yes, there is action inherent in the purple, as it appears here, but it's not strong enough. Are you really passionate about what it is that you want to achieve? Brown has to do with your ability to create motivations. Why are you doing this? Why have you got this plan? What do you intend to do with the outcome of it? Orange is all about the colour of struggle. Are you able to survive the issues that will come up as you start to put your plan into action? Grey is uncertainty and confusion. Uncertainty and confusion always appear when we have white in our readings, because what we are learning about doesn't necessarily come into fruition very easily. So there are periods in which we aren't really sure what direction we're taking. And finally, there's no pink. Are you actually trying to do all of this on your own without any help? Pink is the colour of needing assistance. So what is it about these 6 colours that you need to do? Choose the most appealing and then the least appealing, and put those 2 colours into your life in some way. When you do so, you'll find that it will alter this particular trajectory. It will strengthen your underlying energy, and hopefully you will end up at the end of the month not feeling stagnant and stale about what it is that you've learned, but rather are able to feel confident and calm and completely at bliss with what you have experienced. So let's now look at the oracle card for you. And what do we have here? We have a message that says, you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. A lovely message with which to end this month's reading. So that's it for your birthday month for the month of June 2025. I hope you've gotten something out of this reading that is of benefit to you. And if you follow along with the advice given, maybe, just maybe, your month of June will turn out to be far more wonderful than you expected. In the meantime, may the colours of your life bring you joy, happiness, and all of those wonderful things that you want for yourself. Until next time, bye.